Hello and welcome to Work Like a Girl, where we feature interesting women doing interesting work. My name is Angela Champ, and today I'm speaking with Noah Salem, who's a business intelligence consultant. Welcome.
Welcome.
So thank you for joining us today. Tell us, for those of us that don't know, what exactly does a business intelligence consultant do?
So business intelligence is fairly not that new, but it was created just as a trying to merge between the business side of any company with the IT side. So it's like, because these two worlds not usually talk to each other, so business intelligence something came in the middle that can work and talk on both sides.
So does your job focus at all on programming or on that side of it, or mostly on the analyzing and reporting?
So currently I am somehow a BI developer role that I'm doing. So as a BI consultant, you should be flexible to move between all the three phases of any BI environment. So currently what I'm doing is I'm in a BI developer that I write codes or in SQL and pull from the data source and using the SSIS and put it into the data warehouse. That's basically what I currently do.
So there's been a bit of an insurgence of girls who are being encouraged to learn how to code. You know, they got Girls Who Code books, clubs, camps, and that sort of thing. It sounds to me like your role takes some of that, so coding, as you mentioned, and then applies the business side of it, so working with clients and communication and that. So given that, what kinds of traits or characteristics would make a good business intelligence consultant?
So let's talk about the consultant part. So the consultant part, you have to be somehow a good communicator. You can talk to people, not afraid of that. Still working more and more on the communication skills. In the BI world, you have to also know the whole process, how to navigate through the data, how to pull it and put it in the data warehouse, how to do some reporting also. Like currently there's a lot of tools that are available. They're somehow user-friendly, I can say, that people can learn, and you don't need really a very hard background in IT in order to use them.
Okay.
So that's a good part that is developing in the market nowadays, and that's so basically you also need just curiosity is also one of the stuff, investigation, problem solving, and because a lot of data that comes in is weird or like, why did they come looking like that, where should they go, how did they come from, so that's a lot of investigation, problem solving that is required in this role.
All right, so speaking of background, you have a background in pharmacy and as a pharmacist. How did you go from that field to where you are today?
So I loved computers forever. I came from a family that was always following up with technology. Like we had from the beginning of the keyboard that had like a cassette tape that's locked to it, and that was called a computer back then.
Right.
So we had that since forever. So I wanted to be in that field from long ago, but there wasn't like there was a, like you can say, environmental influence that made me go to the pharmacy world.
Okay.
Because I was raised in Saudi Arabia, and I had for a secondary degree as RGCSE, and there they didn't have that option to take physics or chemistry in order to go to this engineering side or the mathematics stuff, so there was only biology that was available back then, because it was somehow new and wasn't that really famous and wasn't everywhere. So I had to take that biology part. So moving forward, there's options like to be a doctor, a pharmacist, or a dentistry. So I chose pharmacy because it's the most friendly one of them.
Okay.
From those, I moved forward after that to Canada, and I didn't want to proceed forward with the pharmacy anymore. So I took what I had more passion in, which is about the business side of the pharmacy, the analysis part, reporting this stuff. And I came here and found that course in SAIT, which is Business Intelligence, Data Analysis and Reporting. And I took it, and since then I've took my practicum also in that role, and then started moving forward to come over here to what I am now as a business BI consultant. So, and I also can say, like, if it wasn't for my current manager, she's also a lady that supports women in IT, so I wouldn't probably have that role easily, especially in this down market these days.
That's good. So if you look on paper, from pharmacy to business intelligence, it almost seems like they're completely
It's weird.
unrelated.
Yeah.
And yet there's a lot of skills that you said as a pharmacist.
Yeah.
Communication, problem solving you mentioned, analysis of what the symptoms are and whether you need to make recommendations, which is very similar to what you're doing now. So they seem like they're different, but they actually have a lot of commonalities. And the other thing you just mentioned is that you have a female boss who supports women in technology. How important do you think having a sponsor or a mentor is to get more women into this sort of field?
Well, the thing is also, like, in order to get more women in this field, you need very open-minded managers.
Okay.
I was blessed that she's one of them. So, and also our HR manager, which was first one to interview me, also had that open-minded. So do you really...
HR.
Yeah, she's going on her own. So, yeah, you really need a lot of open-minded people. Of course, I know that she also, to recommend me to the owners of the company or to the higher levels, she need to convince them that yes, she has this kind of skills that we can move on and put them on that. She, like, coming from a pharmacy world, yes, she have hard working. Studying pharmacy needs a lot of hard working and a lot of, I don't want to say intelligence, but it needs a lot of effort. So that's the thing. In order to get more women in IT, you need a lot of open-minded people that can accept the idea. I had interviews with different companies, not throughout Canada, but throughout my life, that they will look like, oh, she's married. This is no.
Okay.
She has kids. Have you had enough kids yet, or do you want to get more? So there's a lot of weird questions you get, but they happen. They happen to women only, of course. You never get that question ever answered. A question asked to a man.
That's true.
And then coming to Canada also adds on with world politics. I wear a scarf. I'm not that white. I'm a Muslim. And I'm a woman. Like, if you have a checklist of stuff, you're gonna get. Why should I hire her? Like, so that's the thing. And like, I know that we don't add our pictures in the resumes here, but LinkedIn is just like click away. You can go get the picture from there. Oh yeah, and then skip it. Okay, so they don't take a lot of, as I told you, these checklists serious at all. But I was inspired by ladies in my life. My mom used to work, and I growing up looking at her. Yes, I want to be in this. Like, I want to do like her. She was a teacher though. She wasn't anywhere in IT, but I was influenced by her. I was like, I want to go there. Yes, I want to do that. I want to work. Have a family, have kids, why not?
Why not? Looking back then, what advice would you have for 15-year-old you that you wish you'd known then?
So my greatest advice is worry less, because I know as a teenager you always like worry there's a lot of people in the world, what can I do, what's going to happen next, how I'm going to get the chance to get out there and have place, impact, and all of this stuff that comes over your mind.
So the Work Like a Girl series is really intended to inspire and educate girls, their parents, teachers about all of the options that are available to them. Not just the traditional thing. You mentioned your mother's a teacher, was an excellent profession, but there's so much more that women as well as men can be doing. So in the spirit of education, I like to ask people, are there any nonfiction books that you'd like to recommend or give to people?
The only thing I like suggest is like books about thinking about the essentials things in your life. Like there's a book called The Essentialism that people can refer to know like how to prioritize your life.
Thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thank you. I'm happy to meet you today. Thank you very much.
This has been Work Like a Girl, and we'll see you next time.